I wonder what I'm doing today. Well, first off, welcome back. I don't know what we're gonna talk about today. Should excuse me. Sorry. Should I do a story time or should I do a chit chat? I guess I could do a story time. Story time. Alright, I guess I could talk about the time I went to Texas. Okay. Well, one day, I was friends with a girl. I know I told you guys don't be friends with the dancers, but like here's why. This is one of the reasons why. We're gonna give her a name because there's a lot of different stories that she's like a part of. We're gonna give her the name Diamond. Like that's what's popping up in my head. Diamond. So I'm in the shower. Me and Diamond are friends now. We dance together almost every night. Like we're cool. We make money together. I'm in the shower, taking a shower. She calls me up. Hey, you wanna go to Texas? I'm like, yeah, but I'm not expecting her to say like right now. So at the time, like I had my mom staying with me in the house, so I was able to leave, just like that, and it was only supposed to be for the weekend, and she was watching my daughter for me. So I wound up leaving, getting on the road to go to Texas, and then everything was going well. So we like sharing the expenses of the gas. We're making it up there. We're talking about the stuff that we're gonna do. I told her like I was there to dance. She wanted to do like some other stuff, but I really wasn't into like doing anything other than dancing because I didn't want to waste my time. So we're staying in a hotel. The hotel wasn't bad, but it wasn't like no grand hotel where it's like they have all these amenities and like breakfast and like you could go down to the bar and stuff like that. It wasn't like that. So I really wasn't feeling, staying in the hotel. So I was just get dressed and do my makeup and stuff and chill out for a little while and then like leave to go and dance. And we've been somewhere else before too, but I don't remember. I don't know. But it was a long drive. It was like a 12-hour drive, like a little bit more than that. It was a long drive. It was crazy. But yeah, so we wound up finding the club. So the first club we went to, they hired us on the spot. We came back that night and danced. We went there during the day to get hired and came back that night to dance. And they had like these big, I think the place was called some type of like, I was gonna say Crazy Horse, but it was a cabaret, like Horse Cabaret or Red Cabaret, or something like that. I can't remember, but it's a cabaret. So if you look around and it's called something cabaret, it's most likely it. We were in DeSoto, Texas. Like it wasn't Houston or nothing like that. We were close to Houston, but it was called DeSoto, Texas. So yeah, we're dancing, we're having a good time. Their poles were like thick poles, like firehouse. It wasn't like how you could grab the pole and swing. Like it was on poles that we had to like we swing on the pole like this because the pole was like this thick. Like it should have been on the wall or something. Like it wasn't even a pole. It was like a damn statue. Like it was like a rock cement pole. And I seen girls actually climbing up that damn pole. Like it was crazy. I was like, how is they even getting up on that pole like that? But they climb anything, I guess. But yeah, I was making a lot of money. There you have to bring your own liquor. Like they don't have no liquor there. They have a bar, but it just served like ice and juice and stuff like that. bringing liquor there. People were in there spending money. I guess she wasn't having the time that she wanted to, so she like went and got in the car. And I guess she thought I was gonna get in the car and be like, oh well, she not making no money, so my night is over with. Like, I stayed in there for a little bit longer, you know. And I feel like if I would have stayed till the night, you know, was done, I probably would have made a bag because people were starting to come in. But she just said that she did not like the people and they was giving her a hard time. Like, I don't know. But yeah, so I wound up leaving with a couple $100. And we was only there for a few hours, so I really do like Texas. I would go back to Texas if I was still dancing. So if you're a dancer, Texas really did have some money, especially if you tall and red like me. Like, I don't know. She was a little bit darker than me, but like, hey, I didn't think she wanted to be there. She had a nasty attitude that night, but if she probably would have had a better attitude, she would have made some money because she wasn't ugly, you know. But that attitude was better. But yeah, so we wound up going back to the hotel the next day. We wound up I think doing some other foolishness, but we didn't go to work. I was looking for another club to see if I can get hired. She was starting to get a little bit aggravated because I didn't want to do the stuff that she wanted to do, but mind you, you know, like she invited me up there and I told her I wanted to come, but I let her know like I wanted to do this and she wanted to do something else. So I felt like she could have went and did what she wanted to do, and I would go do what I wanted to do, and we would just like meet back up. But excuse me, she was not having that. She was having a like a fit. We got to a screaming match and she took my phone and tried to break my phone while we was up there. Like, so imagine I'm up there with no phone. Like, she was very, very like controlling. And at first I didn't really have a problem with it. Like, I didn't see it as like, oh my god, I'm done with this like crazy ass girl. I seen it as like, okay, like what is the matter? Like, why are you so upset? Because we really did care about each other, but it was just like, I couldn't, after a while, like I couldn't do it. Like I said, once I came back from Texas, once I made it back from Texas, I wound up catching a plane back. I didn't drive back with her after like we just kept fighting. I wound up like walking away, you know, from that big argument, going to, it was a KFC next door to the hotel. Wound up calling, booking a flight, and leaving with a little bit of money that I had left from making money. Like, I bought the ticket with that money and had a little bit of money left over. So I wound up leaving. She wound up taking me to the airport. She said she was gonna turn the rental car in there and take a plane back too, but she wound up missing her plane. I wound up leaving her because she was taking too long messing around with the car or whatever she was doing. I don't know what she was doing, but she was messing around some way. I wound up catching a shuttle to the airport because it was a non-refundable ticket, and making it just in time before they closed the boarding gate. And obviously she's supposed to get on the same flight as me, so I knew her ass was left, but it ain't had nothing to do with me. Like, I don't know, she was trying to argue with me there too at the airport, so I'm just like, hey, I'm done. I'm not going nowhere out of town with nobody I do not know, like, or is close with, or like don't have the means to get back and forth the way I want to, like stuff like that. So yeah, I was completely done. I don't know. Yeah, I learned a lot. Like, don't ever go out of town with nobody that's like, oh, you close with them and you not close with them. Well, you close with them and you don't have the money to do what you need to do if y'all got into an argument. Or don't go out of town with nobody and you just like met them and you're like, oh, girls trip, da 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 da. Like, don't do that. It's so many other stories too that you've heard. Like, I know, like, that you probably heard, like, that went wrong going out of town. So yeah, that was my time to learn that, you know, don't go out of town with nobody I don't like. And I've been invited out of town so many times, and I'll be like, well, I want to go because I've never been to that area, but I wouldn't do it, all because of that. But when I got back home, we wound up talking again, going to work again. really not talking about the Texas situation, but she said that she wound up, booking another flight or whatever. But shortly after that, we just kept arguing, and she wound up doing some nasty stuff to me way after. But I'll tell you guys when I'm there. So every time I do a story, it'll probably be like I'll probably put the name Diamond in the caption, so y'all know it has something to do with this crazy ass friend. I skipped a lot of details from this story, but like, I don't want to say some certain stuff that would put, I don't want to say some certain stuff, and then some stuff like I would just rather not elaborate on, because it's just so ridiculous. But as I get the rest of the stories out, it'll probably make more sense. But yeah, we were really cool. We was making a lot of money together. Every time we would want to do something, we would be that type of friend to like jump up and like do something or go somewhere, or we was just making so much money together. And I think that's probably why we definitely did want to be around each other so much. She had kids, I had kids, so we would always take our kids out and then go right back to work. Like, it was just a very mutual friendship of like, okay, like we some mothers and like bad bitches at the same time. But as she started to show like signs of her having such an attitude with me or arguing with me over little stuff, it started to seem like, okay, well, we can't be friends anymore. And my family didn't like her either, didn't like me hanging around with her either. But I don't understand like how people could like tell you not to hang around somebody. Like, you really have to learn that on your own. But usually when people see it, like, they usually be right. Like when they be like, oh, like, I don't like this person for you, or this and that. But sometimes they aren't, because you gotta think like, okay, they're jealous and stuff like that. But in certain situations, but in my situation, it was right. Like, because I'm really close with my sister and my mother. So if I'm having like a friend around, like, and they see me acting different or whatever the case may be, then they usually right. But I take it with a long handed spoon, because baby, I was making some money and I was having some fun. I was. But anyway, so that was the story about me going to Texas with Diamond and barely making it back to Florida. Like, it was a waste of time, but I did like the clubs up there, and I did like seeing the stuff that was around me. Like they had nice houses and apartments. Every apartment complex was leasing. Everything was so, the highways looked like down here in Florida, like everything was so nice, but you did need a car to get around because everything was so spaced out. But yeah, if you do decide to be friends with a homegirl or a dancing partner or whatever the case may be, then I would say just keep it in the club, or if y'all gonna go out to eat or something. But travel by yourself safely, but travel by yourself. Or if y'all gonna travel, have your own room, have your own means of getting around. That's why I said just have your money together, so if anything happens, you can go do what you need to do on your own. Like, other than that, I'll do you. Well, alright, if y'all like this story, let me know, and I'll try and get some more stories out about Diamond. That was one of my bestest, closest friends ever, and I haven't been able to find like a friend that was like that since her. But I don't want a friend that's like that. I've changed and I've grown. I'm not, the party girl anymore. I have kids, and I want to just do things with the kids. If I do anything fun, I still want it to be structured, and that's about it. All right, bye.